All right, friends, so while it's very beautiful outside today, it's a little bit chilly to be out on the water, so we decided to come back. And I have been meaning to put this on the fence. There's Pumpkin. She's eating grass because she was out there playing with stuff she shouldn't have been playing with. So now she's gonna go puke, I can guarantee that. So on this back side of the house over here, I have a couple of bushes, but there's nothing back here. This is like unutilized space, basically. So when the new fence got put in, we did not want to throw out this kind of like shield blocker that we got. So I need to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this up myself. All it requires is some zip ties. So I have these like industrial zip ties. They're really long, really unnecessary for this size, but I like the strength of them, and we've used them before. They've withstood hurricanes. So I'm going to be putting this up along the fence line because I'm making this area, we had talked about this because it's really unutilized space. I'm going to be making this area Pineapple Alley is what I'm going to call it. And my neighbors are going to be giving me some more pineapples. I love Patrick and Marla. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and for sharing your pineapple heads with me. Patrick loves pineapples, so when I get some in and they start producing, which they take about 2 years, so when I get some in, I will definitely be sharing with them because they have been so kind to me and shared their purchases with me. And pineapples here in Central Florida, Zone 9B, are really easy to get going for the most part. You are going to have to water them, so I am going to have to make sure that it gets watered back here. But step one is like I said, I don't want my neighbors thinking that I'm just making it trashy. So I'm going to put up this guard so that way they don't really see, you know, it looking like we're gonna have to till it up and kind of clean up this area to get the grass out. So I'm gonna kind of start maybe over here in this space for like growing them, because it's kind of got a little bit of shade. I don't want them to get too blistery hot, and so we're gonna start there. But yeah, this is gonna be my area for pineapples. I would love to actually fill a majority of this area, but we're gonna start growing over here because, as we just talked about earlier today, which I'll be posting that video before you guys see this video, but I shot a video earlier today before we went out on the boat. Walmart CEO and Target CEO are saying that the shelves could be empty, and so that's a real serious concern. And I just want to make sure that not only are we kind of taking all those matters into consideration, but we shouldn't be dependent on the food system. We need to go back to growing. We need to go back to doing things that will work here in our area, and one of those things is definitely pineapples. So as you guys know, over on the other side, I have an entire wood bed that my fiance built me years ago. That bed is utilized for my pineapples, and so I want to extend that growth. I also have been thinking about, I have some stakes. We used to do a lot of like krill crowder peas and cow peas, and so I want to be utilizing that. I think I'm going to use this area for that, but I need some long rows for that. This is a very sandy area, so unfortunately I think somehow we're going to have to try to bring in some compost, or we're going to have to do something to this side so that we can continue to grow. And there goes Pumpkin puking, as you could just hear that. Like, she's just mowing down on grass because, like I said, she was out there down at the lake eating nonsense that she shouldn't have been eating. We get those mussels in the lake or whatever, and she just rips them up and digs them and starts chewing on them, and she's just a wild girl like that. I love her, but she's wild. So let's get this project started. All right, so as you can see, this is a fairly simple project. We will clip the tops off of these so that they don't look tacky, but you can see that it's already starting to run down. I will zip tie the bottom off so that it's not flopping all around. As you can see, Pumpkin likes to dig, so that's one of the reasons why I'm putting this mat down. And then she was over here already starting to dig a hole. So this is what gets her in trouble. She's a hole digger, and I just can't seem to break her of this bad behavior. It's like the only one of the bad things she does is chews and digs. And then there's Miss Luna. her little buddy in crime. They're crime partners, as I say. So yeah, so an easy project, and it didn't take me that long to get this done. And we will finish doing it, and then if need be, I might order another one, which will take us the rest of the way. So I gotta go get some more strips. We'll finish this out, and that will be one project that is done, which makes me feel really good since we didn't really get a lot of time out in the water today. So yeah, the garden's looking good, and like I said, I think I'm gonna end up ordering another one of those. I actually ordered that from Wayfair. It was like on sale. So of course, y'all know I really don't try to spend like full price on a lot of stuff. If I can get it on sale, that's better for us. That's more money in our pocket for gardening or other things that we would like to do. So we're gonna finish this project up today, and that is, like I said, that's one less thing on our plates. Makes me feel good. We can get that area started and kind of cleaned up, and we can maybe start growing over there too. So the more we can grow, the more I feel food security, and the more I can teach my nephews and everyone else about growing. That is so important, that we are out here, friends, getting our grow on and just taking care of business. Look, I'm already getting so many key limes. I'm standing here, I can smell the key limes. You can see it's still blooming. There's still flowers on it. But yeah, look, key lime, key lime, key lime. Look at them. They're just everywhere, so I'm so excited. Oh, I gotta go pick some beans too. That was one of the things I have to go do today. I didn't show you guys, but I'll take you over there real quick. I got a bunch of beans over here on this side. You can see them. They're kind of like in that area. They are just starting to get little bean pods on them, which I have another squash over here. Yeah, there's another little squash. You see that little squash? So there's the squash. Let me see. Oh, here's my bell pepper. It's coming along real nice. But see, these are just now getting their flowers on them. There's purple flowers all over these plants, and then there's tiny little beans. So this is the good thing about succession planting, is I'm just now starting. This is all like beans in here. So that's what I said, I have beans all over. Look, here's a bean. These are my yellow wax beans. As you can see, they look a little bit different, and I've already got a nasty little fly on it. So look, here's the waxed beans, the yellow waxed beans. So I wanted to do a lot of those in this area. They're climbing up. The black-eyed Susan, yeah, they're looking beautiful. Oh, here's my other squash popping through with that beautiful yellow flower. I'm excited. I hope that it lives. This is my loofah coming through. Now people can eat loofah. Loofah's not for me, but yeah. So there's arugula all cut up in there. Some of this stuff is really starting to pop. I'm excited. There's another little squash plant right there. So yeah, it's starting to look good. So let's try a yellow wax bean. I love yellow wax beans. I love just eating beans raw. I love eating raw food from the garden. It's so healthy for you. Make sure y'all are not out there wearing makeup, like, honestly, when you're outside. I know everybody's like trying to be all cute and stuff for YouTube, but not me. Friends, you're not gonna get that from me. Like, I'm the real deal. Like, I'm just not. Like, if I came home from work and I got makeup on, that's one thing. But when I'm out in my yard, I'm trying to take care of myself. And part of self-care is to let your skin breathe. Your skin is so absorbent to everything that you're putting on it. And society has really put a lot of pressure on women to constantly like wear makeup and look like immaculate. And at some point you got to find a partner or someone that really just loves you for you. And hopefully you guys just love me for me, and you let me be free and not have to wear makeup all the time, because that's who I am. So if you don't like it, you need to find another channel, because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Some days it's just you gotta be free. This is part of freedom. All right, let's go look at the other green beans real quick. I'm gonna pick those today. So we're gonna have some beautiful green beans for lunch. And I think I got a couple blackberries. I had been eating the blackberries right off the plant. Let's go see if there are actually any. I don't think there are, but might be. I had like 9 or 10 the other day. Not yet. I ate them all, but you can see they're starting to come in. There they are. They're all over. They're looking beautiful. They're all back there. So yeah, they'll be coming in more soon. I grabbed them off the plant. There's the pineapple. I show you all this every time because I'm so excited. I'm just waiting for it to like finally pop. It's like looking so much bigger and prettier. But pretty soon we're just gonna have Pineapple Alley. All right, let's go look at some green beans on the back side. I think we're gonna do some kale salad too today, because look at my kale. That kale is just producing. Now this is from kale that I ripped out that's coming back. So, you know, it obviously wanted to live. It didn't want to go anywhere. All in here. There's just tons of green beans just popping through. They're all back in here. I've got green beans way back here. So let's get us a couple. Like I said, there's plenty. And there's a bunch back here. Look, let me get this out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see them. They're right back there. So I've got green beans all through the garden in here. So it's good, the garden snack. Keeps us going. Raw is good. All right, friends. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing over there on the fence, get that project done. I'll be so happy about that. I've got some no trespassing signs that I got to put up too today, because I told you all about that one time that I had people come up from the dock and actually try to take food from my garden. So I want to put up the no trespassing signs, so I'm giving them fair warning to not come on the property. Make sure that you're doing what you can to protect yourself as well. That's very important. All right, friends, until next time, love one another, be kind. I can't wait to see you guys real soon. All right, friends, so you know that we're out here in the garden today. We weren't able to go out this morning and really get in the water, so here's your bonus, not bonus. I have cucumbers that need to be hand pollinated because I keep the screen on them so they don't get the bugs, because I don't want the bugs destroying them. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna use a Q-tip. If you have a Q-tip, you can use a Q-tip. Otherwise, this one is a female flower because it's got like an opening. Let's see if I can get you guys close enough to actually see that. It's got like 3 little like pieces like this. That's the female. And then the male is just a single direct like stem almost. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of wipe around. It works best, honestly, if you have a paintbrush, but you just want to touch all around. And I'm gonna go around and do this to each one of the plants. You can see there's quite a few flowers in here, over here, there. So I'm gonna be pollinating these all by hand to make sure that everything gets pollinated so that we can have our fruit. But this only happens in the morning, so that's when you got to get out here and get in the garden and start doing some of this. So that's what we are doing. So that is your bonus for today. All right, just for a little bit of fun, look, we have a carrot that's like split. There must have been 2 seeds. Like I said, some of the carrots we got weren't really big, and I meant to show you guys this. Look, it looks like a little carrot with legs. It's like wah, 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 wah. Isn't that funny? Oh, vegetables, they're impressive. It's like some long-legged, it just needs a top and we could make a person out of it. Isn't that cute? Kids would love that. All right, just want to have a little fun with you guys.